Sorry if I sound a bit shit, I got sick. The Sonic series is home to some of the strongest characters in fiction. But who is the strongest? Out of every character in the Sonic series, which one stands out as the strongest in the universe? So in today's video, I want to power scale some of the strongest characters in the Sonic universe, or at least try to see who is the strongest. Also, just a quick rule of thumb here, I will not be covering stuff from Archie or the movies, only stuff from the games, canon stuff that's related to the games, like the Frontiers Prologue and the Mania Adventures series, and a little bit of IDW, because once we get into Archie and stuff like that, we get into shit like Ultrasonic and multiverses, and some of that shit is just ridiculous and will not be fair. So if you guys enjoyed the video, like always, make sure to subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot, and it also helps this video reach other people so they can hear my beautiful, sick voice. Without further ado, let's jump right into it, starting with Amy Rose. Now, a lot of people tend to underestimate Amy Rose, but like, she's really fucking strong. And why is that? Well, it's because of this. The Pico Pico Hammer. It's Amy's go-to weapon of choice. It has the power to destroy an enemy with a single swing, and Amy seems to be able to summon as many as she wants, and is even able to throw it incredibly fast and incredibly far. The fact that Amy is able to use this hammer so effectively and has the strength to control it so easily makes her easily one of the stronger characters in the series. But if you need more proof, in Sonic Generations, she's able to send Knuckles flying into a tree with a single backhand slap. And we also know that she's able to use magic like hovering in the air and using her hammer and cards as a makeshift motorcycle. While not the strongest, Amy's definitely no pushover, putting her strength at least continental. Tails the Fox. Now, as strength goes, he's not super strong, but still, he's able to carry the combined weight of Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic Heroes, and still be able to fly. The fact that he's able to fly at all, and uses Tails as a weapon, is still incredibly impressive. But his real strength comes from his mind. Tails is said to have an IQ of 300, being on par with Eggman and being at a much younger age. He's a master technician, being able to build planes that can turn into mechs, a translator that can translate alien languages, and he's able to read the binary code to translate said language. He can hack any piece of technology, like when he disabled Metal Sonic or reversed the effects of Eggman's Siphon Machine, and he was able to understand how to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds and even make a false Chaos Emerald with the same wavelengths and properties as the real one. But we must not forget Hyper Tails. With the power of the Chaos Emeralds, Tails can go super, increasing his strength and speed tenfold, and summoning the power of the Flickies that can destroy any Badnik in one hit. Just for his intellect alone, Tails could be put at Planetary, but the fact that he can go hyper just cements his spot there. Dr. Eggman. So like mentioned previously, he is ridiculously smart, having an IQ of 300, he's a master mechanic, has made multiple robots that can go toe to toe with some of the strongest characters in the universe, built a laser that split the planet into pieces, releasing the god of darkness, Dark Gaia, was able to chain together an entire solar system of planets, and was able to turn the aliens from said planets into energy to power the chains that trap said planets. And probably his greatest feat of all, he was able to control the Time Eater, a monster that can erase time. And like Tails, he was able to understand the power of the Chaos Emeralds and how they work to power his machines, like with Metal Sonic and even with the Master Emerald with Mecha Sonic in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's actually astonishing that he's never been able to beat Sonic, like, ever. I mean, he did, but we don't really count that one. But regardless, all of these feats make him one of the most dangerous people in the Sonic universe, putting him at around Galactic to Universal, just for being able to control the Time Eater and use its powers to his will. Knuckles the Echidna. Okay, this is a long one. Knuckles is widely known for being the strongest character in the Sonic universe physically. On multiple accounts, it has been stated that Knuckles' strength is equal to Sonic's speed. So from every source I can find, it states that Knuckles' strength is equal to, at max, 500 megatons of force, or, for all my freedom units, 1 million pounds of force. Knuckles is so strong that he can lift a fully loaded cargo ship or 3 blue whales, which each one weighing 375,000 pounds, or an Antonov AN-225 Mira cargo aircraft, which is around 1.2 million pounds, which is a little bit over, but I'll let it slide for Knuckles. Knuckles has been able to punch the ground and make it break apart, or punch the ground near a cliff and completely break off the portion of the cliff, completely detaching it from the mountain. He can punch so hard that his fists catch on fire for a split second, but his strength isn't the only thing that's crazy about him. He can obviously glide, and depending on the power and speed, he can glide as if he was flying. And to add on to that, he can climb nearly every surface imaginable, making his traversal one of the best out of any of the characters in the series. But what probably makes him the most important character is his connection to the emeralds. Knuckles is probably the most knowledgeable about the emeralds' properties and the powers compared to any character. He is so connected to them that he can sense their location if they're hidden or even if they broke apart like the Master Emerald, and he too can become Super and Hyper Knuckles, where he can perform a shockwave attack that destroys every enemy on the screen. And probably the greatest feat that he has ever pulled off. He punched Super Sonic, a form where Sonic is impervious to damage, so hard that it knocked him out of his super form. No one since has been able to do that, besides Eggman, where that was kind of cheating since he had to use a machine to do it. With all that being said, Knuckles has to be at least universal or galaxy level. Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form. Built by Gerald Robotnik to be the ultimate being, Shadow is equal to speed of Sonic using his air shoes, but that's not what makes Shadow so strong. It's the abilities that he has at his disposal. Out of all of the characters, Shadow has the most chaos abilities at his disposal, like Chaos Control, which not only allows him to teleport, manipulate, and even travel through time when combined with another user. His Chaos Snap allows him to teleport to a nearby enemy in less than a second. Chaos Blast can destroy everything in Shadow's way with a reasonably large area of effect. Chaos Spear, where he can throw Chaos Spears at his enemies. Okay. Chaos Boost, which boosts his power over time, and when he takes off his inhibitor rings, Shadow can unlock his true potential, drastically increasing his strength and speed, but at a cost of his energy. So they're used as a last resort, like in Sonic Adventure 2, where he sacrificed himself to save the world. Speaking of, Shadow can also go Super, where like everyone else, his power and speed are increased tenfold. Just to show this power, in Shadow the Hedgehog, he was able to use Chaos Control to teleport the Big Getty star, the Black Comet, into space to be destroyed by the Ark. And just to point out, the Black Comet is around the same size as the Ark. And this is, after Adventure 2, where before he tried doing this, he died. And in this game, he didn't even have to take off his inhibitor rings. With all of that, I think it's safe to say that Shadow is at least galaxy level in strength, maybe pushing universal, probably universal in strength. Silver the Hedgehog. It's been debated whether Silver or Sonic is the strongest character in the series, and that alone I think goes to show how strong Silver is. Silver's whole shtick is that he can use psychic powers. That means he can fly, pick up anything with his mind, small cars to massive meteor-sized rocks. He can pick up multiple things at a time in massive quantities. He can bend objects like metal with his psychokinesis. If you're stunned by one of his psychic blasts, he can freeze you in place, which is probably the most overpowered move he has. No matter how strong you are, if he freezes you, you are cooked. That's how he nearly killed Sonic 2 times. If it wasn't for Amy and Shadow, Sonic would have been done for. He was able to defeat Iblis multiple times, and if he wasn't able to, reincarnate and come back, Silver would have saved his universe 1,000 times already. And just to add on to that, he also has the ability to use Chaos Control to time travel with Shadow and Sonic. Then of course he can go Super, which amplifies all of his powers, just making him even more ridiculously strong. So it's no wonder people put him on par with Sonic, but it's no doubt who the strongest character is. Sonic the Hedgehog, the Made Man himself. First off, Sonic is the fastest thing alive. He's able to run so fast that he's able to escape null space, which was thought impossible to escape from. He was able to outrun the metal zombie virus for an extremely long time. And this is probably his most impressive feat of speed. He was able to outrun a black hole in Sonic colors, running faster than the speed of light for nearly 30 seconds. I made a whole in-depth review on how all this works. If you want to go check that out, here it is right here in the top right here. Go watch it, please. I'm really proud of that video. He's also ridiculously strong, being able to go toe-to-toe with some of the strongest foes in base form, like Knuckles on multiple occasions. Perfect chaos in Generations, where previously he needed to go Super, just showing how his strength has increased over the years, and has fought Shadow and beaten him on multiple occasions as well, who has seen as equal to him. Sonic can also use the emeralds to use chaos control with a fake emerald at that. Then Sonic can obviously go Super Sonic, where like the others, his strength and speed is increased substantially. He was able to defeat the Time Eater, Solaris alongside Silver and Shadow, who could have ended the universe. He has beaten the Titans Wyvern, Giganto, and Knight, who tower over him and may I add, in amazing fashion. And with the help of Shadow, he was able to use Chaos Control to move the Ark back into place and stop it from falling. Then we get to his other numerous super forms, starting with Super Sonic 2, which is akin to Ultra Instinct, where Sonic is even more powerful. He can take down Supreme, controlled by the End with relative ease. Cyber Sonic, which eviscerated Supreme and the End in one shot. Then we get to arguably his most powerful form, Hyper Sonic, which is gained by powering up the Chaos Emeralds and turning them into Super Emeralds. Sonic can now move at the speed of light with the Lightspeed attack, killing every enemy on screen with a single flash. His speed is increased even more, and he can even breathe underwater. Sonic is undoubtedly the strongest character in his universe, and it's no question, he just fucking suffers from main character syndrome. And for that, I would put Sonic into Universal for sure. And there we have it. I power scaled every important character in the Sonic series to see where they stack up with each other. And I wanted to do this video for a long time, but I guess never got to it. But with the recent passing of Akira Toriyama and how Dragon Ball has affected the Sonic series so much, I feel like now would be a perfect time. And I guess if y'all could tell, the intro, you know, is a reference to the intro to Dragon Ball Z. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, turn notifications, and comment down below what you think. Do you think I did every character justice? You think I fucked up royally? Or what, let me know where you think a character fits, as maybe a character that I didn't mention in the video. And if you guys want me to do a video, you know, a continuation of like a bunch of side characters, let me know. Maybe I'll do that in the future. I'm not sure. But that's really all I got to say for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Also, sorry for my sick voice.